CAV has been adopted.
All right, my fellow Ambazonians and friends of Ambazonians. Una good evening for all una. Una good evening for all una. I hope say all man day fine. I hope say una get a very beautiful weekend. I hope say una get a relaxed weekend. I hope say all man be get a small time where you spend with family and friends. All right. So make all man a place day. Una welcome. I want to salute una for this day on a Monday, number 7 day for the month of June. So all man a place day. Una welcome. I get very important, extremely very important things that I can talk about today. La République du Cameroun day for problems. Wahala, it day Cameroun. And Conit day plenty for Cameroun. So one can talk for very important things that did happen for La République du Cameroun and the Wahala way inside La République du Cameroun, and also for send a message for the colonial political enablers, all right, for all the Southern Cameroonians them, where they still participate with the colonial regime for keep the Ambazonian people them under occupation. So on small drama day where they make them, will take place for Boya today, and I want to bring on the updates of those things, all right. So my talk for today. Now we don't put them say Cameroon, now a country where they don't wait for market for auction. Okay, so the title of my talk now say Cameroon, now a country where they don't put them for market for auction the country. So all my place there when I come well and when I come fine. The story today now on Cameroon make we hit them very hard as soon as Sabi will be people who like to bring una the best information based on research, all right? The things in way they go help our people then make they understand, say Cameroon as a country, it don't finish or exist. All right? So all money place they when I come well, when I come fine. I know say we already did live also for ACN TV. So as we talk, the people them for Ground Zero also they watch and they participate. And what people them for Facebook will salute una and no say when they ask me say, PS, why you need to come live on Facebook anymore? No. A new place now YouTube, all right? But for people them for Facebook, I so salute all una. We still love una. No wahala, shake no day. All right. Make we start. I hope say all man define. All right. I hope say una define in spirit. I hope say una had the day strong. I hope say una keep on yourself very strong. Make we get for the discussion. Today, make we start today. I want to start by I want just salute the forces them, the block by block forces for Mabonji, for Kumba. Just for outside of Kumba, for the place where they call and say Mabonji, the block by block forces, they carry out an operation on Saturday for target a colonial checkpoint where La République du Cameroun, their colonial army them, they go mountain day for the collect bribe and for collect and for extort money from our people there. So the block by block forces for Mabonji, for Niekumba, the time those people then, based on intelligence, they carry out a strategic action and they take down 5 La République du Cameroun terrorist occupational forces. All right? And for that operation, when they take out those 5 La République du Cameroun, their colonial occupation forces, they also do a harvest. They pick or they harvest 3 automatic Gundam, or 3 automatic Gundam, with the gain from that operation. So we want cut cafe for the block by block forces them from Mabonji for a great job, well done, well executed, right on point, very precise. Una cafe day up, una hold una block strong. Now so all man it get for do for a block. All right. The second thing I want to bring for the attention of our people them. Now the one way it don't come out for inside La République du Cameroun. A group of 20 women them inside La République du Cameroun. Most of these women them now politicians. Might just make me be very clear. Most of them now women they were now politicians. Some of them now women they were they represent non-governmental organization. But we know say 2 of the women they were the with the 2 out of the 20 women them na leaders them for 2 political parties for La République du Cameroun. But not been the reason that I want to bring the talk up. The reason why I want to bring the talk up na say the Ambazonian resistance, it don't give confidence to people them inside within La République for speak out, because as we be predicting, the more Ambazonia it jam La République, the more Cameroun, La République du Cameroun itself, the fire it go start inside. The more Ambazonia that it jam La République, now the more the political pressure it is start for boy for Cameroun. So a group of women them, they don't talk say them till they know they don't quiet anymore. So a group of 20 women they come together, and one of them na Madame Edith K. Wala. They come together. When I guess what they do? They write 2 petitions. They write 2 letters. 2 letters. One of those letters, it be very important. The first letter, now the letter where this group of women them, they write them for United Nations Security Council. They talk say United Nations Security Council will come. They talk say for their meeting will go to come very soon. Then they call on United Nations Security Council for put the wahala we poor beer, the war we poor beer don't declare for the Ambazonian people them, and the insecurity and the instability and the displacement and the destruction of all the property them. They call the United Nations. Say make the United Nations Security Council a put that matter for the agenda. For achieve certain political things them, according to this woman them, because they're politicians, so they want to achieve political objectives. Number 1, make United Nations, it make sure say it help for end poor be a war, and for make sure say peace it come back to the country. Number 2, they talk say they say all the political prisoners we poor be don't catch them, go lock them, including Maurice Kamto and Sisi Kwayoktabe, make they release them. So now the 2 important things in that way this woman they ask make United Nations Security Council a help for Duam. All right. Number 3, they talk say make United Nations Security Council for that their resolution where they go pass them if they pass them, and for bring this thing for the agenda of the United Nations Security Council. Now for make sure say the people them where they do humanitarian work as they come from Ambazonia for the war zone for do humanitarian work. Make sure say these people they be protected and they do their work fine, so that they fit provide medical assistance and bring either chop or anything where they want can do for Ambazonia. For make sure say the workers them They feel safe for the war zone. So now the first one that where they talk. Then they talk say the reason why they right now for the UN Security Council, now because then enough she don't quiet, why the colonial dictator is playing a games with the war. They talk say the colonial dictator is put in place na cosmetico una here. No be na me I talk am, no be na Capo Daniel they talk am. They talk say the colonial dictator the way then we try for talk say one solve the problem. Na cosmetic, that means say na lie, that means say na corny. All right, now cosmetic thing that way it do for instead increase the fight, for increase the killings of people, for increase the destruction of people, their businesses, for increase the displacement of people. Now so this woman they talk, so they talk say the reason why they right for Security Council now because all the actions the way the colonial state it take na jama action. So they talk say a lie. All right, it no end for day. This woman did not end for day. They can't write another second letter. This one, they can't write them now for the place where they call and say IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Now one of those institutions they that they control money for the world. They borrow money for the world. All right. Now then they give loans and manage loans them for country and big companies them for the world. So they can't write another letter for IMF. They tell IMF, say, IMF, would you write to this letter because the money where the world is given for La République du Cameroun, the money where the world given for poor BI government, for help the prevention, the spread of coronavirus for La République du Cameroun, poor BI, ye and the thief people then, ye and the gang of thieves, he and he ministers them, all right, and he directors them. They don't take that money, they show them. When I yell, they don't take the money, 180 billion CFA, with the world, he gather them, he give them for Cameroon. Say when I use them for keep the population safe, when I use them for prevent coronavirus, for prevent them and for prevent the spread of coronavirus and for help people they already get coronavirus may they not die. So this woman they talk say the Cameroon government of Paul Biya with its chief ministers them, according to them, 22 ministerial departments. That means say for inside the different ministries them. Now 22 ministries they be involved for this scamming of international money where they don't where they get our Cameroon. So they call the IMF, talk to make IMF is suspend all money where we go get for Cameroon. All the loans, all the borrowing, or any money where they're supposed to borrow Cameroon, any money where they're supposed to loan Cameroon, any money where they're supposed to give Cameroon as financial assistance, they call on International Monetary Fund, the IMF, say may they suspend all funding for Cameroon until the Cameroon government provide clear and credible balance sheet of how what happened with the 120 billion for fight coronavirus for Cameroon. And they talk say make the IMF. When I hear this one, they call on the IMF. These 20 women, they call on the IMF for send a warrant of arrest for any Cameroon minister, including Paul Biya, the president. They talk say make the IMF work with other international institutions them for create arrest warrants for all the people them for Cameroon where they embezzle the 180 billion. Now these 20 women they call for the arrest because when Asabi say according to that document, Minister Atanga Njipol, he be embezzled 600 millions out of the 180 billion. So that means say these people them too, they call on the arrest of Atanga Njipol and the Minister of Justice Wait, they also talk say he embezzled 2 billion. So wahala dey inside la Republic du Cameroon. Because of Ambazonian resistance, the courage and the confidence we don't show them, it don't embolden the Cameroon people them for their entire history. Now the first time this with them self, they don't the cough. Now the first time this with them too, they don't the woke up for hold the colonial state accountable for fraud and embezzlement. All this one it become now because of the education we provide them. All this one become now because of the confidence we don't show them for the Cameroonese. All this one don't come because of what advocacy. See why it be important for people then to get involved for the things and way they concern their lives. All right. So now the matter that we dey inside la Republique du Cameroun. Now make we go for the one way it concern Ambazonia, between Ambazonia and la Republique du Cameroun. Today, all we don't woke up for a very beautiful Monday. We don't wake up with a very beautiful Monday. But as always, some drama go always come out for la Republique du Cameroun. You know if you woke up Sunday with some crazy drama, it not come out. Now today, for Boya, Ambazonian capital, the colonial elites, when I know them, they don't go gather themselves for what they say, what they call them now, say regional assembly. The colonial elites, they go gather themselves. All those old crooks, all right? Those old thieves, all them, members of the CPDM Central Committee, we probably elect all them. He carry them. He say una now be regional members of regional assembly for the southwest region. Now then that don't go shidon. Una here. And then I go bring una the discussion for tell una the drama we dey for inside La Republique.
The president of the Southwest Regional budget of 2 billion 750 million francs CFA has been adopted. The president of the Southwest Regional Council says the cry of nothing is happening is now over.
There have been a cry that nothing is happening. So where do we go from there?
The cry is over. We have had a budget session, so the population should be hopeful. They will see in the next few days what will happen.
So what's the way forward?
The way forward is that we will set to work. We have now the instrument to work. You listen to the statement of the governor. We have no excuse. We will set to work.
And now that the budget of 2 billion 750 million francs CFA has been adopted, the president of the Southwest Regional Council.
The reason why they bring this thing up, we're not supposed to show these people their faces. All right? These people, their faces, we're not supposed to show them. I just bring them up now because I want to make una enjoy the comedy. I want to make una enjoy the drama. I want to make una enjoy the conny. But as Uday, we go always go catch the conny, can't educate what people them. I want to tell una the emptiness. All right? The emptiness of all this drama, what they call and say regional assembly. So they don't create this big elephant. We know not to know the inside, what they call and say regional assembly, as part of the product of the manipulation of the international system. For sure, say La République du Cameroun, it takes steps for address the conflict through effective decentralization, through from their national dialogue. Okay? Now the whole game this. Now just a manipulative strategy. That's fine. All we know this one. We don't need to go there. But I tell you what it inside now. So now, they create a regional assembly. They adopt, for that regional assembly, they adopt a budget of 2.7 billion. This one are for the southern zone, for the Atlantic states. All right? I want me when I work the numbers with me. Now, 2.7 billion CFA. When I hear 2.7 billion. But when I don't hear the corona money with the chop 180 billion. Just Corona money, now 180 billion. An entire regional assembly, it get a budget of 2.7 billion. When I work the numbers with me. Now, the southern zone, it gets 6 states. Take 2.7 billion. Divide them by 6. How much it will give you? Just take 2.7 billion, divide them by 6. It will give you 340 million. All right? 2.7, you divide them by 6, it will give you how much? It will give you 340 million. Okay. Out of that, remember, each of these states, the state of Manu, the state of Fako, it gets 7 subdivisions. The state of Indian, it got 9 subdivisions. The state of Coupe, it got 3 subdivisions. Le Bialem, it got 3 subdivisions. Manu, it got 3 subdivisions. Meme, it got 3 subdivisions. So if you add them up all together, you'll get about 30 subdivisions. You'll get about 30 subdivisions. So if you take that money, according to them, you divide the money, each subdivision go only get now 11.3 million. When I hear me fine. When you take all that money, you divide them all. Each subdivision go only get 11.3 million. 11.3 million. 11.3 million. You know if you build even one classroom. You know if you build even one classroom with 11.3 million. You know if you build even one classroom. Even for make water for one village, you know if you make them. Now the deception this. Now the manipulation this. When I see all those colonial elites for that hall, the 2.7 billion, they no go even fit for pay those people their salaries. For cover their salaries, their staffs, and all their office expenses. Including for run that regional parliament, that regional assembly. The 7.2 billion no go even fit for correct for run am. Now the manipulation this. Now the propaganda this of decentralization. Now the manipulation and the deception of the people this of decentralization. Not even one village you go figure water for drink through this process. When I take the numbers, when I work them out, not when I talk them. Go do the math. Before I send them this message, because I get a message for them, make we play this video from the man where he create Ambazonia. From the papa where he give with the name Ambazonia. Make we hear from the most brilliant lawyer where Ambazonia they don't ever get her. The most legal strategist where Ambazonia they don't ever get her. The man will restore, he win La République du Cameroun for court, and he restore Ambazonia their independence. Make una hear what he talk.
1st of January 1960, the international law recognizes the inhabitants of La République du Cameroun as people of Cameroonian nationality. There can be no Cameroonian nationality outside that La République du Cameroun. Please take very great note of it. You have been brought up to believe that you are Cameroonian. But international law does not regard you as people of Cameroonian nationality. This must be shocking to you. Your country, which was then called United Nations Trust Territory of Southern Cameroon under United Kingdom administration. Can you listen? That's how to describe a country. Is that the name of a country? Is that the name of a country? That is a whole definition of an area. It's not the name of a country. You acquired Cameroonian nationality only by treaty. And once that treaty is abrogated, you are no longer Cameroonian. That's only logical, isn't it? Then what are you?
Now let's think about this. You've heard them on their radios, on television, you've read their newspapers, you've even talked to them in your beer houses. What do they call us? They call us Anglo fools. They call you Anglo fools. And they've called all of us Biafrans. Are we Biafrans? They call us enemies in their house. That's not the truth. The truth is they stole our rights. You know that. They destroyed our wealth. Call us Cameroonians. We are Ambazonians.
Hello? No, it's on your system. Your system is the one that's doing it, not mine. So, my fellow people, I get cry die for these people there. I get cry die for those people that don't go gather themselves for help Paul Biya for deceive the international community. Say something to go on. We'll get cry die for all them. Every single person where they go participate for the continuous occupation of Ambazonia, for the continuous annexation of Ambazonia, for the continuous colonialism of Ambazonia, for deceive the international system, say they don't solve the problem. The person be responsible for all the deaths, all the Ambazonian people then, where La République du Cameroun police, army, gendarme, and bees that they kill them. Now those people, they be responsible. And therefore, the Ambazonian people, they go hold each and every one of these people then, these enablers, these crooks and scammers. The Ambazonian people go hold every single one of them responsible for Paul Biya a genocide for Ambazonia. For all the Ambazonian prisoners of war, where they don't catch them, they take away their liberties, and for the torture them, for put them, for Paul Biya concentration camps. Now these people, they enable that pain on our people. All our people ready to stay, we don't become refugees. Now these enablers, they give Paul Biya that license for do these things on our people. Since we're there for a state of war, colonialism, a crime against humanity, occupation, a crimes against humanity, foreign annexation, a crimes against humanity, genocide, crimes against humanity. So too, what defense forces using international law for protect the Ambazonian people them. Using international law for defend the sovereignty of Ambazonia. They go take all measures for hold those people personally responsible for Paul Biya a colonialism for Ambazonia as enablers of colonialism. So every single person we go misrepresent Ambazonia as an enabler of the genocide, colonialism, occupation, and annexation, the subjugation and Paul Biya terrorism for Ambazonia. Now they be responsible for what did happen for Ambazonia. And therefore, the defense forces on the ground, where they represent the aspiration of the Ambazonian people then. They go after one and every single person of these people then. Where they talk say they say that they want sell Ambazonia for Paul Biya and for grant Paul Biya the license for maintain Cameroun illegal occupation of Ambazonia. The defense forces, they don't be instructed and they don't give them the list of every single person where it make up those people, those traitors, those enablers of genocide, of colonialism and occupation. They get a list. So their cry die, it don't start. Because as then the talk say, they say, the one mortgaged the Ambazonian people their future, Ambazonia, they will use the right of self-defense for defend their sovereignty, for defend their aspirations, and for defend their lives against illegal occupation and colonialism. And any person where it enable those things, that person, it will be considered just as a La République du Cameroun be under international law. Just as a La République du Cameroun colonial administrator under international law. Now the news that will get them for them. Not been at the time this for play with the lives of our people. For their belly. They don't play that game since 1961. The time for corrupt and crooked political scammers. That time don't come to an end. Because in the past, they do those things they get away with when the Ambazonian people, they not be get an army on the ground. The 21st century, the Ambazonian people, they don't hook up for erect an army on the ground, erect self-defense forces on the ground for protect the aspirations of the Ambazonian people them. For protect the dignity of the Ambazonian people them. For protect the future and the destiny of the Ambazonian people them. And therefore, every traitor, a traitor, all those political enablers, all those colonial elites, when they enable the occupation, the time don't come where we not go face Ambazonian forces. And we not go face the natural law. For una row way una the plan. For take care of una belly. For enable the occupation. And for maintain Cameroon occupation of Ambazonia. The era where any person fit sell Ambazonia. As per Goji, it don't talk am. That time, it don't pass. Any person where they go misrepresent Ambazonia, you do am so at your own risk. All right? You do am so at your own risk. Now the message for all now. For all Ambazonians. Now only one method a day. Una buy more guns. Una buy more guns. Make una not live and make any person a play political comedy with the destiny of our people then. Una not live and make any person a misrepresent Ambazonia. Una buy guns. Wait till happen for Kumba. On Saturday, the 5 La République du Cameroun terrorist occupation forces where they kill them. That one are nothing. I want to assure our people them. Plan day. Soldiers they work on it. Commanders they work on it. As we tell you now, the face of the world don't change. So strategy get for change. Plan get for change. Execution get for change. It go bad for La République du Cameroun. It come. We need to announce anything. It happen already. Una stay strong. Una get confidence. Soldiers they do their work. The block by block forces they do their work. The special forces they do their work. The anti-kidnapping intelligence unit they carry out operations every day for clean Bamenda and stop the kidnapping, especially from Nkwen. They work. Una get confidence. Una buy guns. Una buy guns. Buy guns and defend your destiny. Buy more guns and defend your future. Una buy more guns. Make every family buy guns. They buy a gun for their house. For defend una selves. Una remember what I tell una last week. No man no get a right over your life past you. So the most important responsibility we get now the responsibility for defend your life, protect your life, defend your family, protect your family, defend your community, protect your community, defend your village, protect your village, defend your city, protect your city, defend your town, protect your town against illegal occupation, against foreign invasion, against foreign mercenaries, against Cameroon occupation military. We not defend ourselves. Secondly, we not help for support structured forces, for equip them, for make sure say they do the work, not only for knock La République du Cameroun off, but also for take control and for take charge. The leadership, the work. Things will happen over the next few weeks where the leadership will talk for the Ambazonian people. Them. But we not trust. Cameroon, it's time for Ambazonia don't end. No person no go represent the Ambazonian people them without their consent. No Ambazonian if he ever vote any councillor. No Ambazonian if he vote any parliamentarian. No Ambazonian if he vote any senator for represent Ambazonia. So that they do them now for themselves. No Ambazonian not be give any person a consent for go represent them for a fraud with Cameroon. Now political impostors. They'll take care of them. So we now maintain the focus on ground zero. The priority na ground zero. Through effective arming of the defense forces them. Na power holder. The more we build power, the greater our chance for not as we don't already defeat them, but for take back that country. As Paragogi don't talk am. The independence, it don't be restored. Paragogi restore the independence. Justice Ebon, he reassert that independence. Sisi Kwayok Tabe, he reaffirm that independence. Now only one thing be left. The independence must be defended. Now only one thing left. Only one thing remain. Defend the independence. Defend them by all means necessary. This generation must end that occupation and liberate the land. All right? We're then for the process for liberate the land from all these political impostors and these political scammers where they misrepresent Ambazonia. We must liberate the land. So the independence must be defended. And the work that way remain. You know, if you defend them by talk, we defend them with power. We defend them with guns, with trained forces. We defend them. Now when you equipped the boys on the ground through structured self-defense, because the game we can't change. We'll leave and make the leader talk on now soon. The game, it can't change. And Bazonia not been joking people them anymore. Good things are there ahead for una. Not only the leader if he talk, not be me. Big things are there ahead from Bazonia. Defend the independence. Their destiny. Not leave and make any political not leave and make any political baboon. I don't come up with a new word, political baboon. Not leave and make any political baboon. It can't go misrepresent you and it screw up your future. All right? Make the forces. They take care of them. We'll get work for doing. Fund the defense of homeland. The independence. Paragogi don't restore the independence. Justice Ebon reaffirm. Sese Kwayok. Justice Ebon reassert them. Sese Ko don't reaffirm. Now for defend them. Now me, now you, now all we get the collective responsibility. Ground zero and diaspora. Now one. And all we go defend homeland and defend the rights of our people them. And the only way that if we give them a country where they figure hope and they figure dignity and for make sure say every person he will live better life and he live in prosperity. Make we do them now so that we'll get the job done by the end of this year. I talk this for today. When I stay fine, when I get a good night, if anything there, I go always find a way for talk owner. All right? As always, we love una plenty. As always, una stay strong. As always, una be very hopeful. The land, it is now under the Ambazonia people, their control. Now it's time for take over. And that's why increase your commitment for that defense of homeland. If you get anything, you always get my phone number. When I feel reach out for me. If anything they happen for any community, when reach out for me. When send me a message. When take a picture. When take pictures safely. When take videos. When you send video, you make sure say you send we the date, the time, the location where the incident happened there. All right? So that you tell me what it happened, when it happened. All right? And maybe why it happened. Okay? So we're there. Also, if you need clarity, you need an answer, you want to understand certain things already happen, always reach out for me, send me a message. I always make time. Make sure say I call you back. I give you the clarity we need them. I give you the assurance we need them. Or maybe you just want give a suggestion. We'll always be open. All right. Maybe now you want to send a contribution or make a difference. Yes. Oh, and if you end this broadcast, why not thank one of our comrades? We called the other. He called. I think yesterday. He called yesterday. We got a good discussion, and after that discussion, he make a commitment. Say every 2 weeks, he did donate 75,000 amber for make sure say the special forces they get breakfast every day. So every month, he go to give 150,000 amber just for the special forces for make sure say they get breakfast every day. And Ambazonia don't wake up, make that commitment. Because he say, if they get chop for morning time, I mean say they will get power for do the work. We don't ask them. So my brother, I want to thank you plenty. All right? We'll get forces them. We'll get about 400 forces where they need uniforms and they need boots and need people the way they will stand up for sponsor that effort. We'll get 400 forces where they need uniforms and they need boots. I want people the way they will help we for fund those projects. All right? So when I reach out for me, if you get a passion for one give uniforms and for forces, please reach out for me. All right? I'll tell you how much a pair of uniform cost and how much a pair of boots they cost. All right? So we thank you plenty. May God bless all man. Una stay fine, una stay strong. For all we're picking them, as always, we love una plenty. Una take care, yeah. Good night.
January 1960, the international law recognizes the inhabitants of La République de Cameroun as people of Cameroonian nationality. There can be no Cameroonian nationality outside that La République de Cameroun. Please take very great note of it. You have been brought up to believe that you are Cameroonian. But international law does not regard you as people of Cameroonian nationality. This must be shocking to you. Your country, which was then called United Nations Trust Territory of Southern Cameroun under United Kingdom administration. Can you listen? That's how to describe a country. Is that the name of a country? Is that the name of a country? That is a whole definition of an area. It's not the name of a country. You acquired Cameroonian nationality only by treaty. And once that treaty is abrogated, you are no longer Cameroonian. That's only logical, isn't it? Then what are you?
Now let's think about this. You've heard them on their radios, on television, you've read their newspapers, you've even talked to them in your beer houses. What do they call us? They call us Anglo fools. They call you Anglo fool. And they've called all of us Biafrans. Are we Biafrans? They call us enemies in their house. That's not the truth. The truth is they stole our rights. You know that. They destroyed our wealth. Call us Cameroonians. We are Ambazonians.